Here's what happened round 16 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Sweden at Uddevalla. MX2 race 1, and it was tight for the foxhole shot, but it was Tom Vial for the 6th time edging out his teammate Jorge Prado, but it was Prado who led by the time we reached turn 2. Back in 3rd was Henry Jacobi, 4th was Valandren, and Dylan Walsh on the Husqvarna was 5th, but the number 53 got back into 4th at the bottom of the next hill. Wasn't long though before Valandren moved back past Walsh and into 4th position. And a couple of laps later, Adam Sterry on the Kawasaki, number 811, moved into 5th as he found his way past Walsh as well. Jorgo Kietz was circulating in 13th until this happened. He picked himself up in 17th and would eventually come home in 14th. Not a good start for Thomas Olsen. He eventually climbed his way up to 8th, but it was Jorge Prado who was victorious for the 27th time this season, and with it, he took the MX2 world title. Back-to-back wins now for the Spaniard. MXGP race 1, and back from injury, Jeffrey Hurlings grabbed his 2nd foxhole shot of the campaign. Behind him, Tim Geiser, Glenn Koldenoff, Roman Febvre to the outside, Jeremy Seewer to the inside, but he caught Paulhan's rear wheel and went down in turn 2. At the end of the first lap, the Swiss was in 17th. Tim Geiser fell from 2nd whilst challenging Hurlings. He picked himself up in 4th. Just after the halfway mark, Koldenoff found his way past Hurlings, and then the floodgates opened. Febvre, Geiser, Jonas all made their way through in quick succession. Before long, Hurlings was down in 5th. Then, a couple laps later, Hurlings fell. Tonas couldn't avoid him. The two crashed out. Hurlings retired with a bike issue. Arno Tonas eventually came home in 12th place. But Glenn Koldenoff took his 3rd race win of the season from Febvre and Geiser. MX2 race 2. Once again, it was tight over the line, but it was that man again, Tom Vial, for the 7th foxhole shot of the season. But he ran wide. Darian Sinai led from Adam Sterry, Henry Jacobi, Tom Vial. Jorge Prado was in about 5th place, but quickly making ground, soon up to 4th behind his teammate. Vial made this pass on Sinai to take over the lead immediately. Sterry was in 3rd, made a move around Sinai to move into 2nd, sensing an opportunity for a race win. Especially as the 61 of Jorge Prado fell from 3rd, picked himself up in 8th, but he had bent handlebars and clutch lever. Kevin Valandren eased his way past to move up into 3rd on the American. Henry Jacobi, though, was not having a great time. He would retire with what looked like a knee or ankle injury, whilst his teammate fell from 2nd, lost it to Valandren. Top of your screen, Tom Vial then fell from the lead, handing the advantage to Valandren. He took his 1st win of the season, his 3rd MX2 race win. Tom Vial came home 2nd, Sterry 3rd, Prado 4th, Renault 5th. But Vial, with 2 second-place finishes, took his 1st ever career victory in MX2. 22 years and a week after his dad, Frederick, won his 3rd and final Grand Prix in Belgium, 1997. Valandren 2nd overall, Prado 3rd, and Prado now leads the champion. Oh, he's world champion, of course. Olsen 2nd, Kietz 3rd, Vial now up to 4th.
For sure, it's a fantastic weekend for me, and the first race is really hard also with Jorge, and I push a lot on the last lap, and maybe I lose a lot of energy for the 2nd race, but take the whole shot, and yeah, I control the race, and I made a small mistake at the last 5 minutes, but no, it's a fantastic weekend. I win the overall race.
MXGP race 2. Roman Febvre with his 3rd foxhole shot of the year on the Mitsubishi Yamaha. Tim Geiser right there behind him in 2nd, closely followed by Seewer, Paulhan, Tonas. Hurlings got squeezed to the outside. Everybody jumping and changing, but the man that needed to make the move was Koldenoff. Behind them, Jonas and Seewer. Koldenoff, though, quickly establishing himself like he did in race 1. Found his way past Seewer to move up into 5th place. Geiser then took over the lead from Roman Febvre. And then Febvre crashed out. And he went down hard as well. He clutching his left femur Not sure on the outcome of that at the moment, but the prognosis does not look good. Jeffrey Hurlings eventually carved his way to 4th with that move on Jeremy Seaver in the latter stages of the race. Glenn Koldenoff made a decisive pass on Paul Jonas to go into 2nd, and that would determine the overall outcome of this Grand Prix. Tim Geiser took his 16th race win of the season from Koldenoff and Jonas. Hurlings Seaver running out the top 5. Koldenoff back-to-back wins now in the last 2 rounds with a 1st and a 2nd here this weekend. Geiser on the podium, 2nd overall with a 3rd and a win. Jonas on the podium for the 2nd time this season. Geiser, Seaver, Paulan, the top 3 in the championship. Koldenoff now to 4th at the expense of Tonas, who is now in 5th.
Yeah, it was a very tough moto. Already first moto I had quite tough, and now again, you know, I was a bit lucky. I think Tonas crashed after another guy. I don't know who it was, but no, it felt amazing. The last lap pulse was kind of crazy and quite aggressive, but that made me win, and so happy with the win again. 2 in a row is amazing.